Hello, my name is StupidDubins, and I simulated every possible battle between gym leaders, Elite Four members, and champions. That is over 5,000 unique battles to find out who is the very best. In this one, I'm going to be going over Gen 6 trainers and ranking them by win percentage versus all trainers. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe and let me know what you think the hardest trainer on this list is. At number 13 for Gen 6, I have the second gym leader, Grant. He ended with a 14 win percentage, which was 97th overall out of 108 total. I finished a series where I ranked all Pokemon in a similar way to this, and his team of Amara and Tyrant ended up 647th on average. Grant's best win came against Acerola, the Ghost-type Elite Four member from Alola. I've been having a lot of really weak Gym 1s and 2s for the last few lists, so it's good to see someone coming in with a actually decently strong team. At number 12, I have the first gym leader, Viola. She finished with a 15 win percentage, which was 96th overall. Her team of Surskit and Vivillon ranked on average 678th overall. Her best win came against Chuck, the fighting type gym leader from Johto. These regional bugs are actually really strong for this point in the game because they are second stage evolutions that evolve really early. Butterfree and its clones, compared to basic Pokemon, have really good stats. It just falls off relatively quickly after this. Also, Surskit has some synergy with Vivillon because it clears out rock types that threaten flying bug types. At number 11, I have the fourth gym leader, Ramos, who finished 88th overall with a 26 win percentage. His team of Jumpluff, Weepinbell, and Gogoat had an average ranking of 531st overall. His best win came against Volkner, the 8th gym leader in Sinnoh. I found through these simulations that Grass is the weakest of the big three, the Water, Fire, Grass core, which makes it difficult to get very high on this list. At number 10, I have the third gym leader, Corinna. Her team finished 78th overall with a win percentage of 37. Mienfoo, Halucha, and Machoke ranked on average 530th overall. Her best win came against Karen, the Dark-type Elite Four member from Johto. Fighting is another type that really struggled in these rankings. On an unrelated note, why is a roller skater the fighting type gym leader? If you look at basically all fighting type trainers, they're karate people in some way. Is she punching and kicking people on her skates? At number 9, I have the 6th gym leader, Valerie, who finished 69th overall, nice, with a win percentage of 45. Her team of Mr. Mime, Mawile, and Sylveon ranked on average 307th overall. Her best win came against Laura Lee of the Kanto Elite Four. The power level of her team is similar to a weaker Elite Four member. Those for reference are around 250 to 300 on average overall. But being completely walled by steel types is going to lead to a lot of losses where she should be getting wins. At number 8, I have the 8th gym leader, Wolfric. He finished with a win percentage of 50, which was 55th overall. His team of Abomasnow, Cragonal, and Table ranked on average 385th overall. His best win came against Drake of the Hoenn Elite Four. They really keep trying to make defensive ice types a thing. It never works, and these ice type trainers are always bad. At number 7, I have the 7th gym leader, Olympia, who finished with a win percentage of 51, which was 53rd overall. Her team of Sigilith, Slowking, Meowstic ranked on average 340th overall, and her best win came against Nessa, the Elite Four member from Galar. If I had advice to every psychic type trainer, I would ask them, have you met Gardevoir? Gardevoir works on every psychic type team. It ensures up a lot of issues that you have from running psychic teams. Her brother Glade is pretty good too if you want to avoid the weird internet stuff. At number 6, I have Elite Four member Drasna. She finished with a win percentage of 56, which was 44th overall. Her team of Dragalge, Altaria, Noivern, and Judagon ranked on average 261st overall. Her best win came against Wallace, the champion of Hoenn. Thus far, dragon type trainers have done really well on this list, so I'm kind of surprised to see Drasna rank so low. In the Gen 5 video, Hassel essentially has a Haxorus and is ranked 10 spots higher than her, so I'm not really sure what happened here. At number 5, I have Elite Four member Wickstrom. He ended with a 62 win percentage, which was good for 33rd overall. Wickstrom's team of Probopass, Scizor, Klefki, and Aegislash had an overall ranking of 203rd. His best win came against Hassel, the Dragon-type Elite Four member from Paldea. This guy has a power level of a champion, but power level isn't always the most important thing. He is very ground weak, and pretty fire weak outside of Probopass, who isn't known for being a strong attacker. From what we've seen thus far, a combination of team power and synergy is what leads to high rankings. At number 4, I have the 5th gym leader, Clement. He ended with a 71 win percentage, which was good for 22nd overall. His team of Emolga, Magneton, and Heliolisk had an overall ranking of 280th. His best win came against Hassel of the Paladin Elite Four. This is a really solid team. You got Emolga to cover Magneton, and you got Magneton to cover Emolga. And Heliolisk is also there. This is a really fast team that can hit pretty hard, which apparently will get it past slower, more bulky teams with some defensive issues. Number 3, I have Elite Four member Malava. She finished 20th overall with a 73 win percentage. Her team of Pyroar, Talonflame, Torkoal, and Chandelure ranked on average 270th overall. Her best win came against Kukui, the champion of Libellula. This is another team that's just made up of a lot of really good mons. It can be played offensively or defensively, but the main thing I think holding it back is a water weakness, which if this was lead Torkoal with Drought, wouldn't really be that much of an issue. At number 2, I have champion Diantha. Dani finished with a win percentage of 74, which is good for 19th overall. Her team of Hawlucha, Aurorus, Tyrantrum, Gudra, Gourgeist, and Gardevoir ranked on average 190th overall. Her best win came against Seabold of this Elite Four. I could be wrong, but I think Diantha is generally considered a pretty weak champion, and I was trying to figure out why. She has a lot of coverage on her team. Offensively, it hits 91% of the decks super effectively, which is objectively good. I think her main issue is 1, Gen 6 outside of Megas is pretty weak decks, and there are a lot of mons that she has that are just kind of bad. Aurorus and Tyrantrum are really slow and have awful typings. Gudra is either the worst or second worst pseudo-legendary. Sorry Gudra, I love you. Gourgeist is here. The only 2 mons that she has on this list that are good are Hawlucha, which without Unburden and Swords Dance is just okay, and Gardevoir, which is really strong, but completely walled by steel types. To be honest, this entire team outside of Hawlucha is completely walled by literally any steel type, so I would imagine that leading to a lot of losses. And finally, at number 1, I have Elite Four member Seabold. Seabold was in the top 10, and I will save exactly where for a future video. His team of Clawitzer, Starmie, Gyarados, and Barbecle had an average ranking of 204th overall. This is around the ranking of a champion, by the way. His best win came against Blue, the champion of Kanto. Gyarados and Starmie carry this team so hard. Being able to have that speed and power from Starmie and have a grass type beater in Gyarados is really amazing for this team. Honestly, Barbecle and Clawitzer should just give their paychecks to the Gen 1 boys because they are relying so heavily on them. I would love to see a ground water type on this team for electric types, but that's probably just me reinventing Crasher Wake's team from the Gen 4 video. So that's my list. I'm going to continue with this series, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see the rest of the videos. Thank you and goodbye.